when you ghosted me, I gotta know, is there a reason it was so abrupt? I kinda had to think that there would be one. Alright, but it's enough of that. It's enough of that blast from the past right here. Today, I'm gonna be reacting to the new album from Jack Harlow, Jackman, based on his government name. Made a very funny tweet about it the other day. I don't know if you guys saw it. From what I've generally seen, this album has got a pretty positive reception, which is the complete opposite of Come Home the Kids Miss You. If this Jackman album is really good, then I guess it's proof that bullying works. Anything above a 6 out of 10? I'll be happy with it, honestly. Track number 1 on Jackman, Common Ground.
The suburbs are filled with ebonics and trap sonics. Frat boys saying no cap, put racks on it. Local homicide raids got them astonished. Reading about it on a laptop in pajamas. Never seen the hood, still can't help but have comments. Never had a combo with a kid from that climate.
This already feels like it has more content than Come Home the Kids Miss You, right? I feel like this is for Instagram rap TV commenters.
Condescending suburban kids growing up to be rap journalists writing urban.
That ain't me, okay?
Who the worst is and who's authentic and what the real hip hop is and who's all in it. Education private, it's all by design. And common ground ain't that common.
Okay, so unless I've got what that track was going for wrong, I feel like he wasn't saying anything too special on there. Obviously, there's people who can enjoy rap music and discuss it, but they don't really respect it or respect where it came from, stuff like that. At the same time, if there's people that do genuinely enjoy it, then they're going to discuss it and talk about who their favorite rappers are, who they think the best rapper is, and all this kind of stuff. Like, I think that's just natural. For producers on that, it did have a pretty nice smooth beat to it. I do appreciate the fact that the track had some content to it and he was trying to say something with it, though. I think that kind of automatically puts it on a level above a lot of the stuff on Come Home the Kids Miss You. We got track number 2, They Don't Love It, produced by Hollywood Cole.
I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Fuck buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments, cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then.
Hey, I don't know about that, Jack. I don't know if he's the hardest white boy in the game, other than Eminem, of course. I could think of a few. Tom McDonald, for example. Whoa, have you guys heard his newest song, End of the World? He's spitting some real shit on there. I think we need to give him his flowers. So, sorry Jackman, you can take the number 2 spot next to him. Yeah, the beat has Kanye vibes. Oh, Kanye.
They don't love it. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Fuck being
fair point.
I'm going to change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page.
Not blowing me away, but it's not bad. So yeah, I think the beat on that was really nice. Loved this sort of, yeah, college drop. The college dropout, if it was good. Excuse me, good sir. I feel like I really like the production on it. Jack had a smooth flow. It was enjoyable, but didn't necessarily blow me away. I think that's a good way to put it, Ashvin. Like, so far, I feel like it's, off these 2 tracks, it's been nothing too special, but enjoyable. Maybe a little dry, also a good way to describe it. Yeah, Jack generally does have a somewhat dry style. I think it works better when he's making more chill music, but he was alright on there, you know? Track number 3, Ambitious. This is produced by Wallace Lane and Goldie Jr.
Ambitious, 14-year-old, grades going down as I'm stacking up zeros. Yeah, I'm gonna be front row at the Knicks, waiting till the world gets a load of this.
Okay.
Ambitious, 19-year-old, I just signed a deal, now my next Sub-Zero. Feeling like the local scene finally cherishing me. Selling out my hometown so my parents can see. Go away the phones at after parties, we don't trust them. Heartthrob status, I've adjusted to the lusting. I can't stop hustling, I'm trying to be inspired, but y'all ain't got nothing. They trying to down.
Even that delivery sounded a little Kanye-esque here. Again, yeah, fairly nice, fairly nice. Nicely produced. Did feel, yeah, college dropout-esque again. Even some of his flows and deliveries a little bit there sounded Kanye-inspired, so it was pretty cool. I thought, again, it was a nice track. Just nice to listen to. Nothing that went too crazy, but I do like these sort of tracks where a rapper will chronicle their history and their rise to fame and talk about different periods in their life. This is Jack Harlow's version of Fear by Kendrick Lamar. That's what he's doing right here. Except instead of talking about his fears at different ages, he's talking about his ambitions at different ages. I don't feel like it's been a sharp, like, improvement yet, but it's sort of like a casual return to form, maybe. Let's get on to the next one right here. Track number 4 is That Ight, produced by Hollywood Cole and Mario Luciano, or Luciano.
No airports, nights and no flights. This how I wanna live my life. Is that alright?
This almost sounds like Come Home the Kids Miss You if the beat had like, if the beats were a little bit more interesting.
Okay, maybe a few fights. We all gotta choose sides. No selfies, just say hi. I've been on the road since I turned 1 Ocho. 100 people on set, used to be 1 GoPro. I'm so healthy, A-Live.
Another short one, on just about 2 minutes. I feel like that was like a Come Home the Kids Miss You type track done better than most of that album. Again, none of this I have a super strong reaction to. I don't think it's blowing me away, but it's smooth. People have been mentioning this track a lot. People seem to really enjoy it, and they say that it's a pretty dark song, especially for Jack Harlow. It's track number 5, Gang Gang Gang. I'm not going to read the live chat while I'm listening so that I don't see what it's about, but apparently there could be some triggering subjects on here, so if you see something mentioned in the live chat and you don't want to hear a song like that, then you can exit out for a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. Produced by Rashad Thomas.
Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. My friend pulled me to the side like, did you hear about Marcus? Our Marcus? Yeah, our Marcus. A bunch of girls say he raped him in the back of some Target. They say he drove him back there in his car. Wait, which Marcus? Cause it can't be yes, our Marcus. The same Marcus we collected Pokemon cards with. Home for the holidays. My friend pulled me to the side like, did you hear about Kevin? What happened? He got arrested. They found a bunch of messages he sent to little kids. Molested by who? By Kevin? Nah, it's gotta be a different Kevin. Look, I'm telling you it's Kevin that we've known since we were 7.
I've got to say, I do really like how the sort of storytelling on this track is playing out here. I think it's actually got a really strong message to it, and I like the way that it's delivered. Mad Carney boring rap? I disagree with this. I just think it's actually saying something in a captivating way. So I don't think this is corny at all. This is the best one on the project so far, in my opinion.
Truthfully, it's family till it can't be. Gang till it ain't. Years of camaraderie suddenly disappear. Almost like you never were here.
Production for that one had a darker, like, ominous sound to it as well. I think that track was really well done. Some of the best subject matter that Jack Harlow has tackled. Definitely get those Marcuses and Kevins in jail. I saw someone say here in the chat, if you take away the story, you're left with the mid-song, let's be honest. But a big part of the track is the story. I feel like the track revolves around the story, so I don't necessarily agree with that. I think the story is such an integral part of it. If you take away the cake, then the plate isn't very tasty. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like that was the equivalence of. I think that was the best track on the album so far. The main one that stood out to me, I don't really know if I'm going to come back to anything that was before this, but that song did stand out to me. Let's move on to track number 6, Denver, and see if we take a step back from, you know, the deeper storytelling or what direction it goes in. This was produced by FNZ and Angel Lopez.
Walking past a homeless in a Rolex, just got off the stage.
Weird flex, but alright.
Seen enough of me on this little screen. I've become so vain and insecure about everything. I'm hiding any sign of weakness from my guys. I don't want them second guessing with me, but the brags in my raps are getting less and less convincing. Back in September, it's January now, and I'm feeling like myself again. Deep down, I find myself wondering if the people that write about me are right about me.
Denver was another, like, that's one of the better ones, I think. Another insight into his thoughts there. Sort of the insecurity he was feeling back then. And now, you know, he's kind of coming back around, feeling a little bit better. I feel like, to a certain extent, it's not super productive for artists to read reviews of their music. I don't feel like a lot of reviews are made for artists to consume. They're made for other people that listen to the music to consume. Like, that's who I make videos for. I don't really make videos for other artists. I make videos for, you know, fellow listeners of hip-hop, other people that listen to the music and to discuss it with them. Music criticism and actually making the music, they're on opposite sides and they're their own separate forms of entertainment. And here we got a little sort of insight into when those worlds collide from Jack Harlow's perspective. So let's get into the next one right here. Denver was another pretty solid one. Maybe one of my favorites on here. So track number 7, No Enhancers, produced by DJ Dahi and Coop the Truth.
My homeboy just beat cancer. I call my ex no answer. As in that's my nickname for her, cause when I call no answer, she know.
Hold the fuck up. What was that sequence of lines? My homeboy just beat cancer. Really good, really positive thing. I call my ex no answer. As in that's my nickname for her, because when I call no answer. Why are those lines back to back?
I like my girl natural. She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancement.
Oh no, this is like come home the kids miss you level.
Morning body, check the mirror, hit the scale, how we feel. And my homeboy just be cancer. I call my ex no answer. As in that's my nickname.
This is terrible.
She don't need no enhancement. She don't need no enhancement.
Come on, there's 10 songs on here. One of them didn't need to be that. Some people will like that song, to be fair. Some people will enjoy that. Just personally, I thought that was easily the worst so far. I thought it was a goofy song. Bite your lip and raise your eyebrow type flow. Yeah, it felt like a Come Home the Kids Miss You leftover, to be honest. The production would kind of fit in on there. The way he was rapping would fit in on there. Super repetitive. Reminded me of like Side Piece from that album. Super corny. Just a silly Billy track. And I don't know why he mentioned his homeboy beating cancer at the start of the pre-chorus, because of course, like I said, that's a great thing. That's a really good thing. But why is that in a song about liking a girl natural and her not needing no enhancers? How does that tie into this song in any way, shape, or form? That was the worst one on here. My homeboy just got new Pokemon cards. Oh no! You might want to have a little talk with them, Jodo. Track number 8. It Can't Be. We're getting pretty close to the end of the project now. This one's produced by Rashad Thomas.
It must be my skin. I can't think of any other reason I win. I can't think of an explanation. It's
Weird flex again, but alright.
It can't be the way I treat people or how I make time to see people and make sure that they feel like we equals. Can't be my pen. It can't be these verses that make people feel like I'm talking to them. It must be my skin. I can't think of any other reason I win.
That line is so easy to take out of context without the irony of it, you know?
It can't be a bit of good karma. It can't be the way they all say that he's a charmer. I can't think of an explanation. It can't be the years of work I put in.
I'm not just white, I'm also charming. The song. Yeah, that one was another like, wasn't really feeling that. That song was basically, I'm white, but that's not the only reason I'm successful. That was the whole idea of the track. That's, in my opinion, that was a sort of corny track. Gang 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 was great. That to me was a bit corny. I feel like this album so far is like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. There is a reason why Jack Harlow has a fan base, you know? But I don't know if we needed a whole song dedicated to him listing off reasons as to why he has a fan base. The whole delivery of that, I feel like the insecurity did play into this track. That's how I feel about it. So track number 9, Blame on Me.
We grew up in the same household. For years we were close, throwing football in the yard till the lights turned on. Years go by, something changed when you got to junior high and started hanging with them guys. Still wanted your approval, if I could get it, I cherish it. Embarrassing me any chance you got, but I didn't care. But I'm terrified of broaching the subject. I'm terrified to hear your answer, so I just don't touch it. I don't say nothing. Years passed, but the bond didn't last. And now I hate the man above the sink looking at me in the glass. My baby brother, I don't have an excuse, but I know you remember.
Alright, let's see where this goes with the third verse. First one was Jack's perspective, second one was his brother's perspective.
Grew up in my household, under my roof. Raised you with discipline and taught you life's truth. My hot temper turned up full throttle, cause I needed you to be your little brother's role model. Cause the way I parent you is how my mother did. And the way you treat your little brother's how my older brother did.
Not crazy about the sound of this one in particular, but I think the storytelling on this is solid. I like it taking all the different angles. Blame on Me, I feel like I really like the subject matter there. The lyricism, the writing was all pretty solid, and I like how it told the story, and again how it sort of analysed the family dynamics and how everyone was sort of affected by it. But the sound of that particular track, I get it being more low-key and introspective, but that one was just a little bland for me. You know, with Gang Gang Gang, I really like the sound of it and the story. This one, the sound of it, it's alright, but the story was really good. So it has redeemable aspects, I just don't know how much I'm going to listen to that one. Let's get on to the 10th and final track on the album. Track number 10 on Jackman, Questions, produced by Shy.
Why I gotta get so intimate with all my lovers? Why I gotta cheat and make a question if I love her?
These are good questions to ask yourself and work on.
Why am I not the superhero I thought? Or as perfect as these diamonds I bought? What if I don't meet their expectations? What if I don't reach my destination? What am I supposed to do? Assume her accusations aren't true because I'm close to you?
Okay, so that's a callback to Gang 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 right there.
How many people in this town follow my whereabouts? And what would I say with the barrel aimed at me staring down at him?
This is done with Jackman by Jack Harlow. So yeah, it was an okay closer. I appreciate the dedication here more to concepts. The track was called Questions. The focus of it is questions that he's asking himself. But again, nothing that like really sparked for me, you know? I think some of the questions he was asking himself was interesting, Why I gotta treat my manager like I'm above her? That's something you gotta work out for yourself, my man. Why I gotta cheat and make her question if I love her? It was okay as a closer, but again, nothing that really blew me away. So, overall thoughts on Jackman by Jack Harlow. I think this was a step up from Come Home the Kids Miss You, but that album, I have it as like a 2 or a 3 out of 10. So a step up from it is not the most difficult thing in the world, let's say. This album, I think I'm sitting at more a 5 out of 10. I don't think it's that great. It's a step in the right direction, but it's not a leap in the right direction. I think he has other projects that are better than this. Confetti, I don't know if I like Loose more than this. Because Loose has a fun little vibe to it. A fun, loose vibe. The sound of it still did end up coming across pretty bland on a lot of the songs. It was cool that he was trying to say more stuff on here, and I do appreciate that aspect of it, but there was nothing that was super engaging or interesting about it overall, and I think it's going to be a pretty forgettable project for me. Not something that I'm going to come back to a crazy amount. He's very sort of a vanilla rapper. Not in terms of his skin tone, but like, you know, vanilla in the sense of kind of normal, standard. He's a vanilla rapper. In terms of favorites and least favorites on the project, I would say my favorites were Gang 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 and Denver. Those were my favorites right there. Least favorite, I only think there was really one least favorite on here, and it was No Enhancers. Maybe It Can't Be as well, actually. No Enhancers in It Can't Be. 2 favorites, 2 least favorites. The rest don't really care for it all that much. Blame on Me was good from a lyrical perspective, but just as an overall song, I'm not too crazy about it. I just think the project was fine, but nothing that really blew me away, and nothing that's got me super excited to see what Jack Harlow is going to do next, you know? Not as bland as Come Home the Kids Miss You, but still somewhat bland.